The White Book by Makaveli, Episode 9, 1978, The Crucibles. The Crucibles. The Crucible was a 1996 film about the Salem witch trials starring Winona Ryder and Daniel Day-Lewis. The Salem witch trials took place in 1692 in Salem, Massachusetts. The Crucible was also a 1953 play written by Arthur Lewis. I'm not sure why this chapter was named The Crucibles. Maybe you do. I'm just not drawing the analogy or the metaphor. So drop it in the comments if you've kind of connected The Crucibles to the 1978 chapter. Characters. Bagira. Bagira is Fatima's youngest son. And you'll remember that Fatima is Nas's mother. Nas is known as Malik. We have Bill. Bill is Malik's friend. And this is Ill Will, a.k.a. Will Graham. You might recall Nas referenced Ill Will a couple times and even named a record label after him. Leila. Sheila. Sheila is Bill Ill Will's mom. Rob. Benny. Monique. The teacher. Othello. I'm not sure if Othello is Puffy because it's elementary school, but he's a guy that's trying to make some money off of Notorious B.i.g. Then we have a character named Kim. I don't know if this is a little Kim. That would be kind of obvious having it as Kim. But she kind of displays, some of the characteristics that little Kim might have had back in elementary school. We have Steevy and Half-Pint. Cultural references. Mary Hartman, Kunta Kinte of The Roots, Han Solo and Darth Vader of Star Wars, Novacar, Superfriends, Incredible Hulk Underoos, Schoolhouse Rock, Verb, Here's Johnny, Smallpox, Sadat and Begin, Heaven Can Wait, Animal House, Tang, Little Debbie, Geraldine, Geraldo, Granny Smith, Fonzie, French food being small portions. Queensbridge projects. Malik, Nas, and Bill, Ill Will, are playing with Star Wars figures. They both want to be Han, and they discover Darth Vader, and then they mention that the black guy is a bad guy, and they didn't want to play with the Darth Vader doll. They both wanted the Han toy. So I have a story to go with this, but I'm going to come back to this slide later because this story could last a long time. So at the end, if there's some time left, we'll come back to this slide. But this chapter was describing a summer day in Queensbridge. Kids are playing, parents are watching. Sirius comes home from a tour. Sirius is Nas's father from the previous chapters. He's kind of like a famous musician now and travels a lot. And then the scene describes how the Nas album cover came to be, the Illmatic album cover. So Benny's like the local wine head, and he's trying to get some money to go score some booze. And he sees Sirius coming home, so he's, hey, Sirius, what's going on, man? And he wants to sell him like cameras, and Sirius is like, nah, man, I got cameras. I don't need a camera, but I'll tell you what. Why don't you take a picture of me and my family, and I'll give you some money for that. So Sirius asks Benny, the local winehead, to take his picture with Nas. And so he takes a picture, and it's a couple of good pictures. Like, hey, man, you looking good here. And then he goes, oh, damn, this one didn't come out quite right. And he continued peeling the back off of the picture, and no one knew it yet, but his $5 hustle had produced something priceless, a rare double exposure. And you see the picture there. It's describing the Nas album cover. You can see it's a double exposed picture with Nas's face as a kid and Queensbridge in the background. And so then it follows with the possible inspiration behind the title of Nas's first major single, It Ain't Hard to Tell. And it was described here when Benny sees the double exposure picture he took of Nas on the corner between two Queensbridge buildings, his back to the block, his expression pensive, wearing a striped shirt, and held a 1,000-yard stare. The camera's flash had penetrated his head and exposed the thoughts of a smileless child in a New York state of mind, which also was a track on the Illmatic album. I think it was track 2. And he asked, little man, what was you thinking on this one? And Sirius replies with, it ain't hard to tell. We just got to pause and just appreciate that description of the Nas album cover by the author. That's just literary mastery of description. 1,000-yard stare, penetrating the head and exposing the thoughts of a smileless child in a New York state of mind. Man, it's fan fiction, but you know what? That might have been how it happened. It's beautiful. Brooklyn. Biggie prepares for his first day of school, and then it's Biggie's first day at school, and it's about his class, how he interacts with his teacher, and then hanging with Othello, Kim, and Steevy. It's just kind of like their interactions. Nothing really big to report here, but if you think so, definitely drop a comment below. QB, which stands for Queensbridge. Fatima thinks Sirius has been cheating and leaves to her mother's house. So they kind of like have an argument, whatever, and she leaves. So that gives Nas the opportunity to spend some time one-on-one with his dad. And then Nas kind of walks in on his dad receiving fellatio from Monique. And his dad asks Nas to keep it between them or else his mom won't come back home. And he says, what's within me is within you. One day you'll understand. I still can't understand that, but that's just me. Excerpts 12, 13, 14, and 15. So Makaveli the Don provided these excerpts for us all to experience because I couldn't find them online. So just in case you were wondering what the excerpts were, at least now we have for 12, 13, 14, and 15. So excerpt 12 is from Schoolhouse Rock. And I don't know how this goes. I never saw Schoolhouse Rock, but the words are here. When I use my imagination, verb. I think, I plot, I plan, I dream, turning in towards creation. Verb. I make, I write, I dance, I sing. Excerpt 13. It's by Daryl Hall and John Oates, player. Baby come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Baby come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. I never heard the song, so I don't know how it goes. Excerpt 14 is missing. Excerpt 15 is by the Doobie Brothers. It says, but what a fool believes he sees no wise man has the power to reason away what seems to be is always better than nothing, and nothing at all keeps sending him. I haven't heard that song either, so I don't know how it goes, but those are the words. Excerpt 16 is a song by Bob Marley. I can't do Bob Marley. I'm pretty good at impersonations, but I'm not too good with Bob Marley. So I'll just read it here. We know how we and them a go work this out, oi. But someone will have to pay for the innocent blood that they shed every day. Oh, children, mark my word. It's what the Bible say. Yeah. Or yeah. It's what the Bible say. Yeah. Updates from previous episodes submitted by readers. So Diosis Divine is Kareem Biggs Burke, no relations. So Diosis Divine is Biggs from Rockefeller. Diosis translates to God is. Biggie, referred to as Thomas, could be doubting Thomas the Apostle. I'll see you in 1979. This was kind of a short chapter video. I guess some are going to be like that. So if I missed something, drop a comment. I missed the name Tupac Gesture in the previous chapter, so I'm glad somebody pointed that out. I'm giving a shout out to everyone retweeting this video series. Whiteout at Whiteout Got You. Me and Whiteout go way back. We're from the same city. About a decade ago, we dropped a few tracks together, and we kind of crossed paths a couple times in our day. Sometimes, some of our paths, we don't even know if they really happened, but Whiteout and Jonathan Lippy, Fat Boy, Mr. Lippy, Lyrical Fusion, we're definitely interconnected. So I'm always bigging up Whiteout and his buddies Jeremy Stecker, and I know that they together tried to crack the White Book. Also shouts out to Makavelli at the White Book PG and Makaveli the Don at Naomi_143, Los at Speak Truth 24, Matthew Hayes at Matthew 976366458, Winter Wolf, Trevor, Ludon Deck 420, Trevor Romano, Live Simple, V Murder 33, Lemon Secure, Indigo Kush, Asher Underwood, Danish Mirza, Micah Smith, Capo Felix, Mace, Landon Dell, Spiritual Being, all you for commenting and participating and retweeting. So if I missed you, my bad, but thanks for continuing to endorse this project. Feel free to reach out to me on Facebook, Jonathan Lippy. If you have a site or something you want mentioned, let me know. I'll put it in the next video or in a future video. My 2005 album, Mind Over Matrix, is free to hear on YouTube. It's on a different channel, Dual Legacy. And the album's on Amazon. My book, Simulation Theory, is also on Amazon, as is the documentary DVD, Confessions of a Made Man, where I interview Cartoon of Northern Lights Nation. And as always, check out Northern Lights Nation on Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, and YouTube. Their new album is called Filth. It's got a track with Busy Bone of Bone Thugs and Harmony. And it's also got one with Stevie Stone of Strange Music. I know earlier in the video I said there was a slide I was going to get back to, but we're way out of time. We're already at like almost 25 minutes. So the next short chapter, I'll go back and tell what I was going to tell. I am an Amazon affiliate. All images used are from my Amazon affiliate store and are used for advertising purposes. So again, thanks to everybody for participating, retweeting. You guys are doing great. I appreciate it. I'll see you all in 1979.